Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the, the fairness, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you. Rocket, cold. But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
He's attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding him up.
But he black. No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to me. I said, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But, boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, well, she gave it to me. But this what I wanted to say. I was watching one guy, I was looking for his video, and he was talking about, like in Chicago when they raided the hotel, and I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex, but, and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Family, I'm on the way. Give me 1 second. I'm just getting a couple of shares out the way. As I share this out, I was running a little late, but here I am, right here. Okay, we good. We good. We good. We good. We good. Yeah. Let me go here. Okay, I'm on the right side. I'm on the right side. How you doing this morning, beautiful family? A Spragg in the building. Good morning. Shout out to Jed and his Iron 18. Georgia Boy, top of the morning. Andre Holland. We got Mama Quill in the building. Terry Nixon, Cassandra Scott, Bonnie Banner tapping in from New Orleans. And we also got I Ain't Going Nowhere tapping in from Philly. Hey, facts family, it is cold as all outdoor out here. Sweetheart Shield, Concrete Jungle, Yogi G in the building. We got Brother Elliot in the building, Wanda Smith, the lovely Carolyn Hendricks, and Denise Cousins. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm tired.
It's cold. Katie Saban, Kimberly Mitchell, Michael Cooley. Tony Terry said, good morning from the United States of America. I'm crashing out, shaking my head. Hey, can't win them all, Tony. Can't win them all. Constant Ramirez, good morning. And Loving Me, good morning. Miami lost last night to Indiana.
Wasn't that expected?
Indiana had 101 chance to win it all. 100-1.
Damn.
They love me that balloon in the building. Yeah, so they talking hella junk. It was a good game. I caught the second half, so it was a good game.
I should have gone to that damn Hard Rock betting app and bet money. Actually, I probably would have lost, so never mind.
Well, you gotta go with who you with, you know.
Oh no, I'm just saying my luck. Probably would have lost.
So you had to. Tony Terry said he moving to the sticks. I mean, look, it was a good game, man. It was a good game. It was a good game. At least we got to do something different. We ain't had to listen to. Took a day off. What's up, No Games? Thank you for tapping in. Now y'all know it's finna be on and popping in a minute. Now it's gonna be on and popping, but we still got the playoffs. We got the conference championship games. We're gonna be headed to the Super Bowl. And then we can get back to reality. But tomorrow is the big day. It's a big day for some. Good morning, Tony Terry in the building. Hey, listen, college football is no longer as we know it. Beverly Biggs Levy, thank you for tapping in. You know what? Jazzy Melody, good morning. Good morning, Georgia boy. They might think they had a super team. They had they had a squad. Now they had some stuff. M Corsi, thank you for tapping in. I don't think I think people just underestimated what that transfer portal and what money can do.
You can buy yourself a winning team now.
Yeah. But you still gotta be able to coach them.
True.
Lawana Terry, good morning. Lenore Seal, my fellow 740 and shooting the shit T, good morning. Great morning to y'all people. What it do? Well, all I can say is you gotta get ready. Listen, council tomorrow. What's up, Miss Eunice? Thank you for tapping in. Council tomorrow. We got a lot of hey man. I just got so if y'all want something funny, man, I'm gonna give y'all something funny real quick before we get off into the serious.
I like funny.
And Liddell, this ain't me. I'm just saying, I don't want you to take this any kind of way. Then you need to see it. This is not me. I'm just saying. I don't know how I got it. It popped up. It is what it is. Don't blame me. But somebody said Liddell has been spotted at the Northern Lights. I'm just saying that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm just saying. Somebody sent me a picture of Liddell at the Northern Lights. That wasn't me. So don't get mad at me, Liddell. I'm just taking what I'm given. Yeah. Whoever that was real creative. Do a moose be at the Northern Lights?
Yeah.
What?
Mises mainly live in Canada around the Arctic Circle.
Miss Sharon, good morning. Good morning. Listen, I'm just saying. Somebody gave me that as me and Winters had broke a little news so far. There's a lot of people. It's certain individuals who are mad at Judy right now. So it looks like that council is breaking down. But I will say this: I don't know how true it is, but if Liddell is stacking counsel up, touche.
A
Well,
third political block, but
yeah,
we'll see how it shakes out.
touche. I gotta give her credit. Has anybody ever tried this before? Tried to challenge the person in power? Perceived?
In Flint?
I'm just saying anywhere. Has this ever been tried like this before on this stage?
Yeah. To an extent, the Tea Party was like that.
Mm.
It was going against establishment Republicans and Democrats, but it fell apart pretty quickly.
Got it. Tony Wood. What up, Wood? Good morning. He said, I'm just gonna ask y'all, did y'all see her at that forum or panel at Soothing Tunes yesterday?
No. Was she stuttering or trying to sing?
Nah, I don't know. What's up, Tasha Lynn? Good morning. What's up, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis? Good morning. Shout out to my Gaddis clan. Miss Karaja, good morning. So they did throw a forum yesterday. I heard nothing about it. So who threw that yesterday?
Wasn't on any of my feeds.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that. I heard nothing about that. Wow. Once again, they just excluding us out of that.
That's nothing new.
hey, Tony Terry, are you serious? He said after that loss last night, Liddell gave me a call. He said he crashing out down here.
Where's her buddy Lummy? Running for the 10th ward.
He at work right now. I called Lumi up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lumi at work.
I heard he. So Tony Terry told me that he bought a lot and he dropped a mailbox like he suggested. He's putting his name on the ballot for that 10th ward.
Eleanor Wicker, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. That's cold blood. Davina gonna arrest his ass. She gonna turn him in.
Yeah. He's not part of the cool kids, but say la vie. She might have to do something about Leon if that's the case, so we're good.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Wig. Okay. When you get the information, Wig, drop it in the Politics Reboot, and I can go on there on Facebook and read it.
The face of space.
Yeah. If it was a political forum, it could have been just a gathering. People put some things together, just trying to putting out some little fillers or whatever. I'm waiting on it. I believe you're going to come with the information. Oh, he said Lumi in there smiling that they lost. He said Lumi at work smiling that Miami lost. Hey, listen, I wanted to see Michael Irvin. If they would have won, I just wanted to see Michael Irvin was going to be partying probably to this time next year.
Lumi's going to have to debate RL for that 10th ward seat. That's going to be an interesting one to watch. I think both candidates are going to be very respectful and actually stick to the point. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, RL will keep it to that. I'm going to say this, like a lot of people, we're going to get some debates. We're going to have debates now. Because all I want to see is they really going to have forums. Like I said, I'm trying to put something together. A couple people that turned down on me. It is what it is. I ain't like them anyway. But a couple people has walked away. It wasn't messy enough, I guess. But I ain't mad. I would love just to see some of them candidates. I know a lot of people probably at the 5th ward when they're looking at DeJuan running for the 5th ward and Juantez running for the 5th ward. I truly think they will probably have some good debates because it's going to be a battle of who probably. I think. Listen. I don't think the debate in the fifth ward would be, because I think both of them fellas got enough respect for each other where they would keep it clean. Lovely Lynch, thank you for tapping in. She coming from the south side of Chicago in the building.
It's very, very early in the political season. To me, it's very early in the day, but I think Dewan's got a good shot at that one, just because Montez had been in that seat before, and he is voted out for Miss Jerry. So I think him coming back in, folks didn't want him last time. Not to be disrespectful,
but he was running for state rep when he was running.
Yeah, but
you talking about Dewan or Montez?
Montez.
Okay, Montez. Okay.
So I think Dewan has a better shot at it this time. Well, we'll see what their ground games look like and what they have to say, but I think Montez has got a better shot at that fifth ward personally.
Like I said, I think them two will have. I think them two will have. Their debates would probably be a little more. I don't think it'll be explosive like people think it was going to be.
I think it'll be erratic and a lot of pontification, because both of them can be very long-winded at times. Once again, not a shot. Just is what it is. So whoever, if they do go into a forum or a debate, whoever's emceeing that is going to have to really enforce that time limit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. But I do think theirs would be more respectful because they ain't been going at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the other ones, I do believe. Hey, Wig said it. That's why I think. I mean, no. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. Big Mama Gaddis, good morning. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that. Lovely Lynch. I think theirs are going to be more respectful. Lanita Murray in the building. Good morning. I think theirs going to be more respectful because they haven't. You know what I'm saying? They don't. I haven't seen anything where they will be contesting each other. I think theirs would be more like you saying more. Theirs would be more interesting. Now, if you're looking for some that's going to be like might pop off, I'm looking at that first ward.
First ward's going to be explosive and contentious. Second ward, very much the same, if not more.
Oh, the second ward, yeah. I mean, just think about it. Go back to when she ran the first time; it was contentious. But the different thing was, they was on Maurice's head.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with this one. She probably don't have the backing. What's up, Pop Gaddis? Good morning. She might don't have the backing that she had, because remember, it was a lot of people that was going at Maurice Davis. You know what I'm saying? You got to think Maurice Davis had did the thing where he went to ask the president for help, and that kicked him in the face so hard it's downright diabolical. I mean, it cost him that election in the second ward. But let me tell you something that didn't cost nobody no elections. The governor. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch people go run, hang with the governor, do this and that. It didn't hurt them. And you had a whole city that was poisoned. See, stuff like that don't bother people. The Way of Jesus Christ live stream, good morning. So, but a lot of that don't, you know, it didn't bother nobody. So, I'm just saying in general, a lot of that. So, it you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I do think I think if you want to see a debate with people not at each other's thoughts, not at each other's heads and finna come with ideas, I think that fifth ward is gonna be a good debate if they allowed to have one. Good morning, Linda Chilton. Thank you for tapping.
I want to hear their thoughts, because there have been times where I've disagreed pretty heavily with both. Just some of their thoughts, plans, ideas kind of sounded like pie in the sky. So we'll see how it goes. Don't think I've got a negative impression, but that's just my feeling on it.
But that's what I'm saying. There's you're gonna have some coming with ideas, like what you said. In your opinion, it's pine, but they're gonna come with some ideas. It ain't gonna be no attack, 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 attack.
That's true.
There's gonna be you're gonna see people who really can sit down. Erica Gaddis and Allie Nicole Gaddis. Thank y'all for tapping in. Michelle Smith, aka Ann, and her husband. Good morning. Thank y'all for tapping in. Let me see this right here. This from B. Marie. Said, what are your thoughts about the state budget with the funds the 70 district state rep attempted to get for her non-existent nonprofit shit? My humble opinion, smart move. She saw some other people doing it. I'm just saying, y'all know she was getting her money. Now, I'm not saying it was right. I just think they was doing what they saw other people doing.
And I'm going to say, if everyone's worked up about the fraud in Minnesota, just imagine if they came to Michigan.
But I'm gonna say that even when they was looking at that, okay, they were saying the fraud in there, but how much of it that was? Because we'll blow up things. It might have been maybe 1%. Good morning, Gaddis, Lawn Care and Landscaping. I mean, we might have had like maybe one or two. I'm just saying it might have been how much fraud was being did in Minnesota? What was the percentage on it?
Percentage in terms of people or percentage in terms of budget?
The people that was doing it that was so-called stealing, because we never look at the other people doing it. It seems like we just look at one side. Oh, it's fraud right here. But what about all the other fraud and waste that's going on? We just it seems like we find people to put it on and say these the boogeyman. But what about the other fraud and waste that's going on that they seem to forget? Demetria Patton, good morning. Blake E. Gaddis, good morning.
Yeah, that one I don't know, dude.
I mean,
I haven't looked at their budget. I don't pay attention to their shit. It's Minnesota.
No, but it's in the news though. I'm just saying it because we seem like we highlight fraud over here and still be doing stuff over here. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, the right hand don't let the left hand know what it's doing. Good morning, Michael.
It's the media, dude. Whatever gets people to click or tune in so they can get views and ad revenue.
No, but they've been doing this forever in a long time.
Whatever gets them money.
Because this rhetoric right here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This rhetoric right here. I gotta give Liddell her credit. Hot damn, Liddell is she doing her job. She challenging the mayor. Like this right here, and this was I mean, usually when you mess up, that's what happened. When you mess up, oh shit, can I blow this up? Hold up, let me blow it up. I got my touch screen now. This is from the president, and white people be saying when he was talking about white people, this the New York Times, white people were very badly treated where they did extremely well and they were not invited to college. I mean, not invited to go into a university to college. I mean, and that's not all of it. I don't know why I couldn't get the whole thing up. See, when he doing stuff like this, Trump, when Trump doing stuff like that, I'm gonna find the whole thing when he's talking about basically he was talking about what the name of it was, what he was trying to describe. Oh shit. The civil rights quote, the Trump quotes about the civil rights movement. That's what it was, about the civil rights movement. When you see him doing stuff like that and you getting that type of rhetoric about the civil rights movement, it was a reason that we needed. All you got to go back and look and do. But see, to me, it's like, and I've been saying it, he's pulling back like an onion. He's peeling the onion of civility. When he putting quotes out here, this the president of the United States, just saying stuff like this. and it's like you basing it to a certain crowd to feel like that. This is like I'm saying why we having these problems that we got going on with him. He supposed to be big, and I get what the people saying when a person called him out, fires at Ford plant, and he responded back. You can't, you know what I'm saying? The view is in that, and me personally, I'm not no president. I could say something, but even if I say so much, it'll come back and hurt me. He got to clean up his rhetoric with that stuff right there. Because if you go back pre-civil rights movement, I don't think it was really good. And him saying that right there, Trump got to kind of get rid of that rhetoric, because we seeing this is being spewed more and more. Like I say, even the rhetoric here from a guy in the 7th Ward talking. So, it's a lot of things. That's why I want to know, are we going to have real debates for these council people that's running for these seats? Because I really want to know how a person thinking that's getting in these seats. I'm just being honest, because I want to know, what their thoughts is, because we study electing people that's really hurting, that's hurting the residents in Flint like poison water. Ain't nobody happened to that. Wouldn't you think the president will want to deal with what's going on here? Grace and peace, good morning. What's going on here, but yet you worrying about other things that's going on in other countries. What about, and I get it, when they saying death to America, this and that, we wouldn't help them, but what is they saying to the people that's living in Flint? Is they saying death to Flint? I'm talking about from the ones at top in America. When you seeing the cancer cluster that I've been asking for, when you seeing the dialysis people having kidney disease, I mean,
blame that one on your mayor, dude. Your mayor and your governor went nationwide, told everyone the water's fixed, took credit for it.
Yeah, but before he became mayor, Snyder got off with that. I'm just saying, and like I say, Barack was the president at that time. He could have came and did something, but it goes back to, what's his name? Damn, I keep forgetting his name. He's no longer with us. Is it Elijah Cummings, or was it the other one? I think it was the one say get in good trouble. When they was doing the thing on the Flint water crisis, they're supposed to have been having hearings. When he died, it was done and over with. No more hearings. Miss Tia, I can agree with you with that. You might don't see him as that. That ain't the first time when you seeing rich people like Donald Trump, them hanging with him. Don't you know you can hang with John Lewis? Thank you. Thank you, Carolyn Hendricks, John Lewis. What's up, Bubba Gaddis? Well, even with that, T, Flint not putting the money in their pockets, unlike the oil in Venezuela. Now, there's money going in people's pockets, but I'm saying the government, when they be coming up, the reason I was bringing...
So the thing about Snyder and them getting off, that was a state prosecution. That wasn't a federal prosecution. So the second that he got off, because state incompetence or state corruption, the federal government had no recourse to charge him again because the double jeopardy law.
Yeah, but
I can't even blame that one on Obama and his DOJ. That's literally on what's it, Dan and Nessel.
Miss Tia, I you know what? I'm gonna say this. And I don't have no fight with that, to be honest with you, about them what they doing. I don't have no fight with that. But you can't sit up here and say they're not grabbing other people neither. Like, I'm not gonna just get caught up because somebody's saying some of the, like I told you before, I don't know which way you can do it. And I want to say this to you. When you saying a little kid supposed to stop because some people jump out of car and show their ID, that's not real. You know what I'm saying? That's not real. I get it if you was watching it, just like how they do stings and raids here on people. They watch them, do surveillance, then they come in, they let you get in, and they come in and get you. No, but you can't cry about the Nigerian guy if you all right when everybody getting grabbed. You can't cry about it. You picking and choosing now on who they grabbing. I'm saying that they gonna grab, but it's about the way about doing it. Like I said, the guy Keith Porter Jr., the guy killed. Then I can go pull up some other ones. They had ICE agents. Somebody had sent it to me. Where ICE agents have been raping people. Some they didn't have some things going on. Some of the stuff that was going, but it's no different when you had a police officer, Jones Elizabeth Gaddis. Good morning. When he had, I can't remember what state it was in. What officer was raping women. That you're gonna have corruption in there. But if they would have dealt with it before we got here, if you would have dealt with this corruption in the police force, if you've been dealing with it, you probably wouldn't have the situation that we having right now. You probably wouldn't have it like you have it. You got some people, but that's the name of the game. What's up, Sharisa Dumas? Thank you for tapping in. I'm just saying when they looking at all these crimes that's going on, all this stuff, just because a person is here illegal, I'm not saying that you do got the right to put them out. It's how you going about doing it. Is you all right with people just riding around, jumping out, grabbing? Like you said, oh, that person was legal. But did it still had a right to, we jump out, grab you, throw you in, then we find out? Where was the rage at? Been talking about that. Been talking about it. That's why we telling you right now. That's why I'm talking about Keith Porter. The people seem to forget what happened to him. We talking about the Minnesota incident. I'm talking about what happened to Keith Porter. Well, ICE agent came right out. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you agree with Tia? Did you agree with what Trump said about the civil rights movement? I'll ask you again, Tia. Did you like what Trump said about the civil rights movement? You didn't hear it? Go look it up. And you can see. Alan, I agree with you. Live debate shows if a candidate has a battery in their back and who's their financial backing. I'm praying that you can get one going down.
I mean, we're trying to schedule and plan one. I mean, we don't call them debates, so we call them candidate forums.
Yeah, Q&As.
Just because debate usually, in my mind, when you say debate, it puts candidates in the mood to attack and defend. Whereas if we say a forum or a Q&A, it's more of a open discussion, which I'm pretty happy with that.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I want to have debate, because I want to see what people's stance is at and everything. I'm not gonna knock you on your stance. It'll just give me a little insight on what type of people we dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Chia.
Yeah, I'm not still
go back.
That one.
I got it. Go back and see how blacks was living before the Civil Rights Act. Remember when you couldn't vote? Just think about that. You just think about that. Now, I don't know where you're going at with this, but just think about it. It was a time you couldn't even go live in certain areas. Yeah, go back. And so what you saying, it was all right for black to sit at the back of the bus? I'm just asking. Just go back and do some research. Take out your feelings out of that, whatever you going at with that. You know, when women go back, look at pre Civil Rights Act. Go look at the fair housing. Go look at all that, and you tell me.
That's a hot take.
What?
See, I don't want to get anywhere near that conversation, just because one thing I say can be taken out of context, clipped, and it's all over the place. Like, just like the conversation yesterday, the question that was brought up in chat. Like, nope, not going near that. That is a good way for me to get in trouble. Like, I don't even have a controversial take on it. Right? Like,
I mean, it's to each their own. It's to each their own. It's to each their own. But I do want to have, like I say, I wish it would be some debates.
We're hosting one.
Right. I mean, and I'm hoping enough people show up. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all the candidates show up, to be honest with you. Because you want to get input. And then I want people to see the residency, you know, these new people who running. But we got some interesting characters that's running.
And another thing about it is we've been known to be contentious with some of the people running. But I think it shows a little bit of backbone and spine for some of the people that we've been contentious with to show up to a place that they may think is hostile. And granted, we're not going to treat them hostilely. Respect is first and foremost on that menu. And that goes, you know, for us, other commentators, other podcasters that may or may not show up, as well as the audience, and then candidates themselves. Like, respect first. Everything. You aren't respectful, you're going to be asked to leave type deal. Right? So hopefully we can see, and while I may not agree with her, a Liddell Lewis or a Candace Mashad. Leon, maybe if his tether allows.
But if it's in the morning, he should be but if it's during the evening, they should be able to come out and partake. But once again, even
like
with
I said, that was a cheap shot. That's my bad.
I mean, hey, look, everybody takes shots. But like I said, I don't think the fifth ward, because I got kind of sidetracked, I don't think the fifth ward gonna be interesting like people thinking.
It's going to be interesting in the fact that we're going to hear ideas, like you're saying.
Facts. Even though
not interesting like a sport, you know, like a ringside boxing. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Like, oh, right, that's an idea. I may not agree with it, but that's an idea. This man has said something.
Good morning, the lovely Sherry Allen in the building. What's up, Alan L in the building? Now, what I'm saying, and you gonna see now. What I'm gonna be honest with you, I want to see who gonna try to outdress who. They finna be suited and booted. Let me be honest with you. You know they gonna come. They finna come dapper. Then I'm gonna say that fifth ward, like you said, it's gonna come with ideas. And like I said, you gonna see it ain't gonna be the dissing each other. Donnell Meredith, thank you for tapping in, good brother. You're not gonna see but now, because I know I skipped through all of them. That first ward gonna be explosive. It all depends. It's gonna be explosive.
I'm waiting to see if Carol's gonna run.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think at that point it is going to get down and dirty. I'm not saying nothing bad about Carol, right?
Yeah.
It just, her personality, Art's personality, they are going to clash. I'm not saying nothing negative about them, and I hope they keep it above board, but you know, things happen. Understood.
I think politics is going, and it's just my humble opinion. I'm just giving y'all my, just doing a rundown. You don't have to agree with me. I just think if Carol do get in, I think it's still bad blood. And I think, under this fake, quote unquote, peace thing, I think it was bad blood. And I think that's what kind of hindered Dr. Weaver when she ran in 2022. Because it was people that was really, you know what I'm saying, that didn't believe, I'm going to say. It was a lot of people who didn't believe in it. To me, in my humble opinion, I could be wrong. I'm just telling you as a person that was sitting there. and I think some factions you let in kind of hurt it because, like I said, it was stuff she was getting. You know what I'm saying? You know this yourself. The Neely team will be knowing new one. Good morning. You never late.
Mhm.
When she was going out to walk, because you did a couple walks.
Yeah.
Neely people was knowing
My
certain
busted
stuff was
ass.
certain stuff was getting leaked out. Like I was in on a couple meetings. It was like, yeah, go ahead.
So myself, Dr. Weaver, and I want to say about 10 to 15 folks got out in the neighborhood. I want to say in the 7th Ward, rather nice area. And the second that we got out of the vehicle, we see one person walking with literature. We're like, is this dude, walking in, knocking for congressman, senator? What's going on? And he goes, oh no, I'm paid to drop these off. And we look at it, it's Neely's shit. We're like, how many
Yeah,
other people in the area? Oh, there's a bunch of us. I didn't know you could pay people to walk. Shit, my campaign would have been a lot easier.
yeah, and that's what it's like, and that's what y'all see. And to me, and what y'all just seeing happen. And like I say, it's gonna be we'll see if she do get in. But I do think even with Dion, it was still. I ain't trying to be funny, but remember her? I was battling down at council, so I do think you gonna see, and I think he gonna get, and I think they're gonna come more. Why you see they going at him is because they do be thinking you can pull him off his square.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like when you do watch this.
I mean, it's pretty well known that you can. I don't want to say pull art off his square, but you can get him riled up.
Yeah, because he's not gonna
And
let you. He's not gonna let you say nothing without him responding.
that's the thing, right? Like, if he gets riled up and he goes off into a side tangent, he's already lost what he was talking about prior. Then he comes back around to it eventually, but that could ruin his time in a forum or debate. Where you got time speaking.
Yeah, because it's still gonna be. It's still a lot of grudges held, and that's why I'm saying this. When you seeing a lot of grudges held, so you saw something pop out. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
do think if Carol do run, I think like maybe that first ward you will see a lot of it's gonna be probably explosive. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be the most explosive one,
No.
but I think the first war gonna be it's gonna be contentious just because it's gonna be going against two women that that he already had, and I could be wrong. And I could be wrong. He probably can go ahead and they can get through this. But I do believe it was still
The
bad
next thing
blood.
is with art. You're going to see Eva Worthing pop up again talking about him. See, he just likes to go after women. That's who he's running against. But you're going to see it.
I mean, that's the name of the game, you know.
Even if you're doing the right thing, they're going to find a way to call you out doing the wrong thing.
Because I truly believe it was a lot of bad. See, and we sweep stuff up under the rug. It was a lot of bad blood from 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how people act like they keep forgetting it. It was a lot of bad blood from 2019 that also trickled into 2022. That you seeing this reared its ugly head last year in 24, and it's rearing its ugly head in 2026. And
We
people don't
saw
want to be honest with it.
we saw a lot of bad blood just last year in 25 with the 2 council seats there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. All you got to do is go look. It was still, like I said, that 2019 from 2022. And as you see it in now, just think about what Liddell, she trying to put her people, allegedly, let me don't make this a factual statement, allegedly, she trying to stack her people on the city council. Is it to help the residents or is it her to get back to be able to go back at the mayor?
I think she wants to stay in control. I don't think it's as much about her going after the mayor. Like, yeah, they fell out, but I think she wants to keep that president seat. She likes the power and control. She likes to be able to shoot people down. Nope, taking your time. Nope, overruled. And she really likes it. So I don't think that without the Neely folks, or with the Neely folks, she would get voted out of president. I think she's trying to secure just enough votes to make sure that either it stays gridlocked or some people just flip back to her from the Neely side because they don't want to give nothing to hell.
Only one. But I'm saying like
figure out who
huh?
from the none of so Tanya, Jerry, Dennis, and Jonathan aren't running at all, are they?
Jonathan is 50-50, I'm hearing. He didn't rule it out. He's still caught on the 50-50.
But the other three are
definites.
Damn. Yeah, so those 4 seats being up makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie, just because we don't know too much about a lot of the people running for them.
Facts. I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny. It's just when I see Liddell trying to put something together, I automatically like it's not in the good interest of the residents. It's about herself. Even, you know, and it's like, and you seeing the contentious, like, and people that like who going for it. Like, do they ever call her out? Like, do her friends be like, listen, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe behind closed doors, but they don't want to break unity in public. Maybe. That is a big maybe, but I know that they'll never do it in public.
Yeah. I mean, and we do know Liddell was mad about not getting that 30,000 because she wanted that and they didn't push it through. And that's the only reason I could see her, like, her friction. Like I said, it's just the rumbling in the streets that she's mad at Judy. But damn, you mad at Judy. Now you want to bring up, didn't want to vote for the grocery store. Think about it when Mays was trying to get that vote for it. At least I can respect Judy because her stance been the same as it was from day one. She wasn't voting for it. But when Eric Mays, what was Liddell vote at on it then? And you see what I'm saying? And this the thing. Now you want to throw this stuff about what Judy wasn't doing it. Didn't do on this one. But she had been doing it. Why you mad about it now? And that's what I'm like, for people can understand. No different than the LaShawn. LaShawn got right up on there. She did what she was supposed to do.
Yep.
No, and for me to think and for her to think, well, Leon gonna ride with her, he got a lot of stuff he got dealing with. So he gonna try to chance it and play the game and go against the mayor. That's what I'm saying. That second war gonna be so contested. It's gonna be crazy to the stand. I'm not saying all, but you got two people, which I call it the unholy alliance between LaShawn and Liddell.
Yeah, I think those two have come to an agreement for the most part of we'll take care of each other in the general. Let's just get through the primary. And they're going to try to knock everyone else out. They're both going to be going after Maurice. Mr. Davis are both going to be going after a lot of the names I don't recognize. And I think another way for them to slight some folks is not even mentioning their names. Like, oh, who's this person? I ain't never seen them.
But think about Liddell. LaShawn was getting recalls for you, Liddell. And y'all was cool. And now y'all running for the same boat. Who is the mayor going to help between LaShawn and Liddell?
I think if it comes down to a general between LaShawn and Liddell, the mayor's going to throw his money behind LaShawn. He's still going to give Liddell some money, right? But majority of it is going to go behind LaShawn. Majority of support is going to go behind LaShawn. Just because she's a more willing puppet. Whereas Liddell has shown she'll go against Neely if she thinks she needs to.
But as you can see it, Liddell will lash out. She gonna lash out. And I think this time with the people. Now the people want my. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying I do believe a nice segment of the second ward probably do want Maurice in there. I'm just saying I do believe he's gonna probably make it to the general.
Here's the thing about Mr. Davis compared to Liddell. Mr. Davis, as you said before, as anyone who's called him, he picks up the phone, regardless of what time it is. Doesn't matter if he's deep asleep. Picks up the phone, right? Whereas we can look back at the Pump 5 incident. Pump 5 failed, started backing up, sending raw sewage into people's basements. People were trying to call Liddell, but she was on vacation and ignoring her phone.
Mm-hmm.
And her response, instead of, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I was taking a few days for my personal well-being or X, Y, and Z, she turned around and said, I don't carry a shop vac on my back. People are just calling to ask for resources. Like, who do I call to get this fixed? And then she turned around and voted against making those people whole for having to call specialists to clean sewage out of their basement. Raw sewage. She voted against her own ward. Even Quincy Murphy sat there and thought that was some of the stupidest, craziest shit he's ever seen.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. And that's what I'm saying. And this what the people, that's what I'm saying. That's why you got to have debates. What's up, Williams Corporation? You got to have the forums, not debates, forum, for people can meet these candidates, for they can see how, because a person can, and
they can be very pretty on video.
Facts. Because you know how it is. They can, I don't want you to bring this up. I don't want you to say this. I don't want to be looked in this type of way. You know what I'm saying? They get real Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
These jokers get real Hollywood. They're going to tell you everything. LaShawn was running in. I'm not a Neely girl. I'm just saying, though, but what did she turn out to be?
I mean, the second those words left her mouth, she is standing next to the mirror at that podium for everything.
I'm just saying.
Not even stuff concerning the third ward. She was there, I think, one time when he was awarding a prize to someone, awarding a city commendation.
Yeah, that's what. But she's not a Neely girl.
Yeah, that's more beef jerky snuff. Yeah. Not a Neely girl. No, she, every blessed time a camera was on Neely, she is standing there right next to him. I think he talked something about traffic once, and there she was.
See, let me see what New One said. On the right, Trevor. On the other hand, I live in the 6th ward, and if you have a need, when you call Tanya, she will get. Mm-hmm. Listen, I keep telling y'all, I done sent people to Tanya. And even when we wouldn't listen, man, I still send people to Tanya. Y'all might don't think that Tanya got my number. She called me. She got me blocked on Facebook. But Tanya I'm telling y'all, I sent people from the 3rd ward to Tanya. I done sent people from the 7th ward to Tanya.
Yeah. Hell, I've called her. I lived in the 6th ward. Even when we were falling out in and out, I was calling Tanya like, hey, I've got this issue on my street, Tanya. Yeah. I sent her because one of the manhole covers literally blew off for whatever reason on my street. Just up, went about 3 feet in the air, flipped a couple times, landed right next to it. I called her. I'm like, can you send DPW or someone out here to fix this? Because I can't lift this heavy-ass manhole cover. She's like, yeah, I'll give him a call. It is, 10, 11 at night? There's pictures of it somewhere on my face space.
Facts. Now, you see this? Now, this is the type of person Liddell is, said when LaShawn told them, oh, my bad. Let me get this right. When LaShawn told the man that came to council, John Baker, she will go with him to the grocery store to see the bad and frostbit meat. He pulled up to get her. She couldn't even remember the reason. She sucks. She's not there for that. LaShawn
she's
not
there
there
to
for
look
that.
pretty, sound pretty, and vote. however she's told to vote. That's not even allegedly, right? We've
Mm-hmm.
seen her on camera look to her peers and say, "How am I supposed to vote on this?" You could read her lips. Her mic was hot micing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's nothing new. I remember Eva Worthing yelling at Quincy, "Just vote yes."
Nah, she did it to Griggs. I remember one time Griggs, when they was calling him sleepy, Griggs forgot what it was and voted against it, and they was pissed.
But hey,
They was pissed.
That's back when you couldn't take a vote back.
Yeah. Oh, you see what I'm saying? But to me, in my humble opinion, they see Eric May, and you right, new one. Because people listen, I heard the story. You can call Eric. Eric will come there and help. And I think, and if they do bring the Trump stuff up about Maurice Davis, they should bring the stuff up about how this governor, how she duped the people. That's what I'm saying. How can they let these people come here? And I'm not in the studio, because if I was there, I could bring up my paper, Flint Neighborhood United, FNU.
Give me a second.
When, like, how they brought Kristen Rivet up here, and then she talking about, oh, you know, the checks are coming. Like, people really supposed to be happy. And it's crazy that these people come up here to Flint, and we supposed to sit up there and take it. Oh, because they can throw on some buffs. Oh, because they can do the hustle. Oh, they can do this. And they throw something for when they want to see the blacks, the poor that's in there. They do something once every 4 years, or they do something once when they need something did. Come on, family.
FNU's next meeting is
February the 7th.
Yep. And then following that, March the 7th.
Yeah, it's the first Saturday in every month.
Mm-hmm. I just went to their website. I was looking for a nice little graphic to throw up there for FNU, but I think you showing it so often has caused them to change their website a little bit.
I believe it. But that's what I'm saying. So when you look at some of the stuff that's going on, and it's like, do y'all, but y'all finna have people come up here. They finna come to the churches. The pastor's just as bad. You was just celebrating Dr. King yesterday. Just celebrating this man. Let me show you how wicked these people is. They was down there, and I'm glad Trevor Rocker, you got to hear me talk about the Republican. They were sitting up here talking about how Dr. King was cheating. This is the type of stuff that they did. But they want to give him a day. His birthday was on the 16th, but we celebrating it on the 19th. And they give the black folks 1 day off. Took him out because he was talking about, and yeah, Miss T, he said he did agree that he integrated his people into a burning house. But hell, oh yeah, they was down there trying to make them all like P. Diddy. This just show you, but if we go back, Tia, you can go with that. Dr. King was a Republican and all of that. That's all good and dandy. And who took his ass out? Who took him out? Because of what? He started talking about why we going over here to fight these wars. Do you want me to put up? But that don't mean we had it better. That don't mean we had it better. A new one, facts. I will bring up St. Mark's. That show, she was with she was in, allegedly, because that's when Tanya brought me to the press conference. She did call me out. When people didn't know, let me tell you something. The way Neely them, and I'm going to bring this out. From that incident with him and with Dion up there, Neely had the police looking for Kevin Tay like it was nothing. Oh, the police chief came on TV. He talked his shit. I mean, he talked like an HNIC. But when that happened to St. Mark's, oh, we can't go to Facebook post and can't do this and that. But did you see how they said, hey, listen, let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. The first time I only seen it on pictures and go up on YouTube where you seen they was handling white people for helping black people. I got to see it firsthand how they did Miss Gladys, how they did Debbie. But when Dennis was getting threats and he couldn't, this shit I seen personally. This is what I seen personally. When I saw Dennis was getting death threats from a lie that Liddell started, set up there and lied that she got called a monkey when he was talking about, let's talk about the monkey business. Set up there and lied. Rashad Ritchie, he done caught problems from dealing with this shit now.
Yeah, now he refuses to touch Flint.
No, they on his ass right now for even playing with Liddell. And Rashad Ritchie, shout out to Liddell for where you got these problems from. Lied. But Liddell came up with some make-believe a person threatened her, and the police went over there and couldn't even prove it. But you know, who
they
could
looked
get
at her Facebook, her messenger, and couldn't prove it. She gave them access. They found no evidence. And we've seen that the cops are definitely on her side. So it's not like there was any sort of prejudice. It's not like Tanya saying that she's being threatened or Dennis saying that he's being threatened and the cops ignored it. No, they actually went, investigated, and said they found no evidence. Get the fuck on.
And then with Dennis couldn't even get none. Just lucky. He got some money, and I wish he would do $8,000 or $7,000 loan for me hyping you up, Dennis. You know, Dennis.
I'm still saying Dennis for mayor.
Nah, I gotta get some paper. But Dennis caught nothing but hell from that right there. Caught nothing but hell. And I respected Dennis from what he said. I'm not apologizing for shit because I ain't say it like that. We didn't see it. Judy even just think about it. When Judy said I dated a color, we talked about it. It didn't make it to the news. But Dennis made it to the news.
If Dennis had said it right the first time, it would have still been a controversy. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Oh, he's fat shaming me. Liddell, you obviously aren't ashamed of your size and weight, so it ain't fat shaming, I'm sorry to say. Get the hell out of here with that. Stop pretending to be the victim when you got all the power on that council.
But see, that's the thing that they allowed to happen. You see how they went after Dennis, didn't go after Judy. They went after Dennis, didn't go after Judy. And now you got, but I remember this with the mayor.
Remember, Dennis was paying her a compliment, talking about her nice new car. He was mistaken and called it the wrong type of car. He said it was a Cadillac or some shit. Down in the parking garage, it's a Traverse, you racist ass bitch. Or was it you old racist bitch? Either way, like,
but didn't get in no trouble. Judy, I'm saying, but now they're attacking Judy. I call it BS because you was all for it when you was getting what you thought you was getting. Judy ain't just started voting, went against that grocery store. Well, Mays wanted it, Liddell wouldn't even vote for it. Let's be honest. Liddell wouldn't vote for it. All of a sudden now, it became a thing she wanted to make sure to get over.
Oh, yeah, now she's trying to get votes.
Yeah. I'm still tripping on how the library let her come there, how she showed her ass out at the library. I'm still tripping
her ass out at the high school.
And but that goes back to your school board, your superintendent.
Wasn't she walking around with one of her bestest best friends, one of the school board members, when she cussed out Mr. Davis?
Shit, hell, just look what we hearing. Allegedly, they letting Candace, Judy, the mayor, allegedly, say that again, allegedly, going down there in the clerk office. But people want us to believe this the first time some stuff didn't happen like this. Come on. This ain't the first time. What happened, y'all let the wrong ones get in. See,
because I didn't vote for none of them.
Clark said he wanted to ban her from the schools, but he couldn't. And I probably know why, Clark, you couldn't ban it. Because you ran up into the FBI, friends, brothers, and in-laws. And KD, I agree with you wholeheartedly. They use reverse racism against Dennis, and the majority defended it because he's white. Liddell has been a cancer to the whole goddamn city. I would say the state. The whole, and that's how people, Felicia, if you're in here, And Liddell was the reason how we destroyed the black holidays in Flint. Wasn't until Liddell got here and the mayor became mayor that we have destroyed the black holidays. I just wanted to, because I couldn't think of it last night, Felicia. But it's that damn this administration and Liddell have destroyed King birthday. Last year we just did a whole let's fuck up Black history, anything to deal with blacks. We did when Liddell got in there, we messed it up on King birthday. Then we just dribbled it. We just fell off until February, the shortest month in this motherfucker, and we blew that off. Blew that. Oh, we couldn't wait. We even messed up Easter. Then we got to Juneteenth. Oh my goodness, Lord, did we? Oh my goodness. Oh man, when I tell you, it's just oh my goodness. When and these people, then you got Liddell. She's doing the work. She probably was doing the work. She was doing the work for somebody. She just wasn't doing the work for her residents, her, as they could say, her constituents.
Mm. I don't know, dude. This is, like I said, this is going to be an interesting year. The state rep race.
We ain't even got the third, Trevor.
Hmm?
We still in the, we finna be done with the second ward, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, dude. Because the second ward. What else do we have to say? We've got LaShawn. We've already gone through her. We got Liddell, and we've got Mr. Davis. The others, who the hell are they? Anyone know who any of these other folks are?
Well, you got Sis Audrey in there.
Okay.
Sis Audrey and I think Willie Buford. Will Buford. If I'm saying your name wrong, brother, I'm sorry.
I don't know that gentleman at all.
Yeah, I don't have you. I don't have you, but I seen your post, and I seen it was shared in Flint Hood News Network. I'm just saying. And then, let's get to this one. You ready for the next one? You finish your thought?
My thought finished me. So yeah, we're good. What's up?
Good morning, Jennifer. The third ward. This the real one. You can explain this one, break it down. How can you be the first ward councilman?
You technically can't.
And you living in the sixth ward, according and allegedly, because of a teller. So, and from what I've been hearing, you've been on that teller since July, if I'm not mistaken. So we know you ain't been in the first ward for damn near 7 months, but you're running for the third ward now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's.
Break that down, Trevor. How you can be over here.
So, you can't. Period. End of story. The way that, what is that term? The qualifications, per se, to run for council. You must be a registered voter in the city of Flint for 1 year. And starting from the day of your candidacy, the day that you pay and you announce to run, or you turn in your signatures. No, even to get your signatures, you must. Yep, thank you. I sent that to you last night. Yeah, you must live in the ward that you are running to represent. And then to maintain your seat, you must stay in that ward. So he doesn't live in the first ward, but he's representing the first ward. That should automatically knock him out of that seat. He's running for the third ward, but he stays currently in the sixth ward, and we have a paper trail showing that he's tethered to a house in the sixth ward. That should knock him out of the candidacy for that third ward. The only ward that he can technically run in, according to the way that charter is written, is the sixth ward. That's
Facts.
it. So
I was holding that though, Trevor, for this morning.
Yeah. So he shouldn't be on the ballot at all, at least considering the third ward. He shouldn't be on council at all, at least considering the first ward right now. The only ward he can legally run for, being tethered to the sixth ward, because he cannot, he's got a damn curfew. He cannot stay the night in his fucking third ward home if he even has one there. I think the Maid Institute owns it, but we don't even know if that one has another resident tenant like his first ward home. So the only one, like, he can't stay there. The place where he stays at night, lives at 6th Ward, down the street from Tanya. That should be the ward that he is running for. I don't think he should be allowed to run at all. You don't have to be there for a year before filing clack. You just have to be a registered voter for a year.
That's what I'm saying, Trevor. That's why I'm like, Trevor, break that down, because he sent it to me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, you know what? Because I know we're gonna go back over this again. We're gonna go through this ward, because now we in the third ward. You got him, Miss Beverly Biggs, and I can't think who the other individual is. Can't remember the name. But and I'm just saying. But this is the games that Flynn is allowing to happen. The clerk office, most definitely, the clerk office ought to be up under the real FBI investigation. Hell, go back to Davina. You know what I'm saying? Not to Davina. Go back to Arnaz Brown. I'm being honest. If you really trying to do something, but see, me saying that, they'll fuck around, throw some trumped up charges on my ass. I'm just saying, this is the type of system that we in.
Now, the way I see the third ward going, personally, is I think Ms. Bev is going to turn that into a knife fight in a phone booth. She is going to hammer on him, which I'm good with.
But this the thing. Oh, yeah, now Miss Biggs ain't going to be playing around. Now that one might be an explosive, what's the name?
Man, once a week, I'm expecting some sort of literature to come out reminding people of the type of person Leon is, the type of life he's led. And he's going to try to say, oh, well, I've done X, Y, and Z at the Maid Institute. The perfect counter to that is, you mean like give the Maid Institute money to, refurbish homes owned by the Maid Institute? Or voting for ARPA funds while you were somehow representing the third ward on that ARPA board?
Facts. That
multi-body board that wasn't voted on to be appointed by council. But okay. Anyway, that illegal ARPA board. And you voted to give your own nonprofit money? Or how about the FNU? You telling them to give your own nonprofit money?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
And they did it.
Like,
Tony,
I expect Ms. Biggs to knock the shit out of those, anything to do with Maid Institute.
You know what? He doing good. Believe me, you probably going to see him a lot more in 90 days, Tony Terry. I'm pretty sure. So we can agree that the third ward going to be explosive.
I don't think it's going to be as explosive because, explosive, you have a slight buildup, then a massive climax, right? I think it's just going to be a constant build the entire time. It's just going to be like a gunfight.
But that's why I'm saying explosive. I mean, not explosive in it. Ms. Biggs is going to come with facts.
Yeah.
Like she's going to come with facts.
She's going to be laying down suppressing fire and keeping him on the defensive the entire time.
Facts.
I don't think there's a single thing he can do to really attack her unless he wants to go back and, oh, well, she was insulting council members and, oh, the dearly beloved departed Quincy Murphy, like.
But really, can he say anything when look what he got looming over him? Because you're innocent to proven guilty. Can he really say anything when he got looming over him a DV situation? I'm just saying. Can you with everything?
Residency fraud. God, he's got a lot going on. And then the unregistered pistol, which granted that's a civil offense, technically.
Right.
That's lower than misdemeanor. But considering his past with drugs and violence, considering that he was accused of, we're trying to play the legal game here, a domestic violence situation, him having a unregistered pistol kind of seems dangerous, fishy, scary. the fact that this man has this kind of temper and he had access to a firearm.
The fact.
Not just any firearm. Like, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's that Draco.
I mean,
So,
if we just go with the video, she can pull up the videos of when he was going to the house. You know what I'm saying?
evicting a single mother and child, but
And,
he felt the need to have that firearm with him.
and we can't forget, Dr. Weaver them did Surviving Leon. We can't forget that, even though it didn't pop. But and then they didn't they do a part 2 to Surviving Leon?
I don't know.
But we do know about part 1. We do know
Yep.
it was a part 1. You know, when they did that. But see, it was suppressed. Even that video. But see what it is to me, people was putting videos out. They be holding on the stuff. And then they wait till you mess up because they still going by how the old ways of things been ran. Like, oh, we'll hold this on, then put it out. You held it for so long that people didn't even care when it got put it out because it was like you were just picking on him.
Yeah, like that. Holding stuff doesn't work anymore. The calling it out when it happens and then reminding people later that it had already been called out. And remember your outrage then?
Yeah.
Remember, guys, this is still the same thing. And that's the way to do it now.
And that's what I'm saying. But that's where the fact what threw me off with it, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I watched how they brought people up in there for Mays. I remember when it was like Mays ain't stay in the first ward. They had all this stuff going on.
He drove around on 4 flat tires.
Yeah, why y'all not worrying about it now, about residency? They sure did want it on Mays. How long has he been there? Allegedly, we was hearing he's in the 6th ward. But now,
hypocrites.
You had evidence, all facts. You had evidence. This allegedly, this man was over here in the Mount Morris area, had a Flint garbage can in the Mount Morris area. I'm just saying.
They said that they were going to track those trash cans in it. They belong to the city, and you can't move them from the house they're assigned to. They all have serial numbers.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like right now, like with that. I mean, it shouldn't be. People should see for what it is for themselves on all these allegations. Look, and I understand it. I get it when people we tend to look at, oh, he was getting his money. You was all his money allegedly. You was getting that people that came with some proof with. You was getting his money. You didn't know how to do one simple thing: keep your head down, keep your nose clean. I remember Art coming up there telling him, man, step down for more stuff, but the reason he was so beholden and to keep going forward because of who? The mayor. When you can listen, he was putting PPOs on. Look at all the PPO. To me, he exposed the PPO game.
There's a PPO on Ms. Bev, and I'm not going to sit here and gloss over it. Like, Ms. Bev is a nice little old lady. What's she going to do? Seriously, he fears for his life against this little old lady that uses a walker to get around.
But sometimes, Trevor, you have to play it like you got to understand who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? When people go they get something, he trying to deal with her through the court process now. Somebody telling him, no, this is how you do this. You know, he probably was trying to disqualify her, get her disqualified for she couldn't run.
Clark, no, the city's not paying his legal fees on that. They'll pay legal fees for being sued in capacity or in relation to something on council. Right? That's why council is represented by a lawyer that, for in my lawsuit. But in your own personal criminal proceedings, you have to provide your own lawyer, which apparently Leon went out and got himself a pitch hitter. He's got himself a nice lawyer up there.
Yeah, if you see the money he was getting, he should have it. He should. If you sitting up here getting money and you ain't got no money to put up,
ghost.
I mean, but if you got just think about it. If you got the courts, I don't care what nobody say, man. That FBI thing is real, and people, Demore O'Neal, thank you for tapping in. They don't want to be acting like this stuff is not real. Do you think the president the only one to stack the courts? Presidents do. You don't think you don't think people on the lower levels be stacking the courts too, making sure their friends get in? Facts knew when he had a PPO, but that just lets you know that how crooked the system was. You actually had people who was trying to get PPOs and couldn't get them. Couldn't get them. Couldn't even get them. See, people got to look at that. This, to me, it was like it was a good thing. You saw a lot of us got to see everything get exposed on what it was. See, I got that FBI from, and that was from Reverend Thrillkill. He was always hollering that to friends, brothers, and in-laws. I get it. A lot of people don't watch the don't listen to 1420, but enough do listen to it. But that's why this is better, because you get to see the person who's telling it to you.
And we can show you sources and facts.
Yeah, I'm just saying, go look at it. If you watch Tanya came with so much evidence. Do you know most people got locked up for lesser? Got locked up for lesser. And ain't nobody under, listen, when the Secretary of State said, hey, threw it back in Davina lap, when they say, oh, they come up with good excuses. Damn good excuses. Well, somebody had to, they did this. What they thought Tanya was doing. She was a councilwoman. Art, a resident. Stanley, a resident. Filed. What Davina do? We're going to let 2026.
Yeah, that's just a callback to Quincy and the bid rigging. Oh, why aren't there any, what was it? Why aren't there any bids, any competing bids? And then the very next meeting, oh, well, can we handle it after the election? We'll handle it after the election. All right, so you were called down to the mayor's office. Got it, buddy.
Yeah, but look at the DDA board. I bet you Liddell wish she could, but you know what? Liddell ain't going to go against that. She's not going against that. Now, you got to look, okay, we're going to go with the Leon probably is her candidate that she won up in that third ward. Got it. Now we over to the fourth ward. The fourth ward got a couple. The fourth ward got a couple people up in there, but allegedly, and y'all heard it, Liddell behind the one individual for him to get in there and run. What has happened now? That is the fourth. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The fourth ward seems like they change people. They don't keep the same individual like that. Seems like the fourth ward will get you up out of there. But that do got to make sense. You got the individual that was in the fourth ward, that's running the current fourth ward person, Judy, running. She wasn't. Remember, she wasn't pressed about getting no raise, but little did we know she wanted to get a raise for being the finance chair. Saying from the work that she did. This is the same lady said she ain't looked at her computer for over a year on the ARPA funds. Once again, give you a raise for what? So the 4-4 do need.
The exact words were, when the job is done correctly, it requires more attention and something else, more attention and work. But how is she doing the job correctly? She hasn't kept track of any of the budgets. And how are you a fucking finance chair? What if you're a finance chair? Do you think you're only there to chair the meetings? No, you have to be on top of your game, just like government operations, right? You have to be. You have to know laws surrounding government operations, how the government can work and act.
I wish she would have came to the last meeting I was just at the Flint Neighborhood United, because she would have got to hear the one fella said they need to go to classes on how to. I'm not saying verbatim, but they need to know how to be a council person. Said all of them, but I knew he was really not speaking of all. But I'm looking at this right here. What New One said, the Mount Foundation is about to send Flint quite a bit of money, and they want to be in position to get more money into their nonprofits. Facts. I agree with you.
Damn near guarantee you, like 99.9% sure, if Liddell loses that second ward race, she's going to incorporate Sarvis Park into a larger established nonprofit that Flint can't get by without, almost like which is the one that Kildee went to.
God damn it, I've been
Downtown
there.
Reinvestment.
Not that. It's damn. I forgot the name of it. And that's the one when I went in there like a kid with my letter taped to, you know how they send you home when you was a kid, didn't know you was finna get scalded. Now I know why when your parents was whipping their kids' ass. You didn't open it up. Community Foundation.
Thank you. Yeah, like I think Liddell's going to try to incorporate Sarvis Park into one like community foundation or another similarly large one in exchange for a board member position, so she can just catch a steady paycheck. Because some of them paychecks are quite large. We're talking more than $80K a year.
Listen, good money. Good money, but she didn't learn the game. Up here how to play. She been knew about the nonprofit game. Because I remember when Shatara had did an interview her on here, she's like, nonprofits? Oh, we talking money. And somehow then I should have knew then that went left. Because she got mad that we weren't going to be with the fuckery. But like I said, she was on here. Liddell, if you want to do another interview, holla at us. Holla at me, you know. Well, I'm going to be out there in the streets. You ain't got to mean mug me no more.
Yeah, that fourth ward.
Hold up, let me go up here. I seen something that somebody put up here.
Let me go to reboot and check out the candidate list again.
Here we go. Right here, Katie had a head. She be falling off over that Cynthia Neely. And what is the MEDC? Oh, that right there. That's a whole nother thing.
Let's see. Where is the pretty graphic of who's running? Because I don't know, like that fourth ward. Yeah, they seem to recycle people often, but I don't think Judy would run if she didn't think she had a shot. And remember, she's on the executive committee for Genesee County GOP. And a lot of the fourth ward is Republican. So I think she's basically got campaign inside a campaign every time she goes there.
I think I don't think, listen, I could, listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's how, I mean, damn, what's her name that was there? Kate Fields thought she couldn't lose that seat. I'm just saying, you never know. You never know. I'm just looking at it. Now I'm reading these comments up here. I'm looking at what Jennifer Stanton said. Yes, Neely is on the executive board for that committee. If I'm not mistaken, on that committee, they said he was the deciding vote. I guess when the young lady, the governor friend allegedly, he was a deciding vote for her to get that done, to get her money, and that's what I'm saying. That's why Neely had his wife put in for what he wanted. He seen it. He like shit. Neely probably was looking at, look, I might don't be winning this mayor's seat again. He didn't know. Neely probably thought that Rico was finna come in. He didn't know how this was gonna go. He was probably finna get his little pack. Cause just think about it. We was all assuming that, you know what I'm saying, he might then retain the seat, that his wife wasn't gonna run. All of a sudden when Del Rico said he wasn't, put it out there, he wasn't running, he probably like, hey, it is what it is. But Katie Saban, how can his wife go when she gonna get the Democratic Party gonna be behind her for that state rep? She got Davina in the clerk office.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. They got the clerk office. We said we never thought a write-in would win. I mean, everybody was a write-in couldn't win. How did that work out?
Terrible.
Even when you went and you saying some of them signatures look the same. Even when people was coming out saying, I'm just saying this allegedly. This is some of the conversations. Like I said, one of the individuals came up and ate Miss Beverly Biggs' food. Came and got a plate and said, I let LaShawn fill out my what's her name. See, what Clacton, she's already getting the endorsements. That's what I'm saying. He might be, Katie. I don't know what he going. I'm just saying some of the stuff Neely was probably pulling was because get them likes ain't matching them views, family. Neely was probably looking at like, shit, if I'm finna go, let me go and get my little golden parachute like everybody else. You never know. But once again, can you tap into his voting base? Let's be honest. Like I told y'all, I was there. I remember going in the fourth ward. Then none of the fourth ward voters liked the Dr. Weaver when I was there. You had people making up lies. And that's when I was like, damn, this man, and it was the owner. Dink was right there with us. This dude came up with a whole lie that he got from somebody. And when Dink said, no, I'm the owner of it. You know, he kept that lie going on like, oh, okay. So, and this is what you're dealing with. Even if you present the truth to certain people, they still gonna go with what they was told. So how can you combat foolishness?
Mm.
That tell you all you need to know about we on a commercial on this one. KD, that tell you all
individual, dude.
No, that's okay. Well, it's popping up on my phone. KD, that's what's even crazy. There's no way possible people should be voting for any Neely, but they are part of the Democratic machine. That's what I'm saying. You think the Democratic machine giving a damn? They know one thing: money flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Money flowing, and they probably
you can get your money. Go to Flint, start a nonprofit, and get your money, and then dip. Shut it down, declare bankruptcy.
Facts, Katie. People was only voting, but you would think all the stuff you seen. Listen, family, I set up, and I remember, and I'm not gonna say the individual was. I remember this individual was having we was having damn near drag outs, political conversations at physical therapy on why people wasn't going for Weaver and they was going for not going for Dr. Weaver while they was going for Mayor Neely. And I'm sitting up here, I remember me and a bunch of individuals would be having knockdown drag outs respectfully.
Here's the deal with Neely versus possibly Weaver or possibly Tanya. Weaver, he's just going to bring up his old playbook. Oh, she's stealing. Oh, she stole. Da 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 da. Some of the same things that doomed her campaign in 24. Against Tanya, he's just going to bring up council footage of her arguing with people. Even if she didn't start the argument, it's going to be edited to show her retort to it and a back and forth. And he's going to blame her for the dysfunctional council, just the same way he did Mays. Here's the thing about Sheldon Neely. He hasn't been on council in forever. They weren't as widely viewed or videoed. So there's no evidence of him going back and forth with people. You can't really show a video of it. There's no real arguments with him. He didn't sit there and argue with folks. The only thing that either one of those two can really bring up as some sort of evidence, like video evidence or paperwork evidence of Neely being incompetent, is the amount of lawsuits against the city of Flint. But a lot of those can just be explained as, oh, it's a money grab.
Let me see. Denise says it won't matter if Neely wins if it was United 6-7 council. It'd be like that when hell freeze over. And Jennifer said, what does either of you know of an emergency line from the waste treated clean water line, and where does it goes? She said she heard that from my Reese Davis show.
I don't know. I'm not a civil engineer.
I'm trying to. Maurice been giving out information like that, but look how he got treated.
Like dirt.
I mean,
he brought up the master plan. He brought up which was proposed by Dan Gildy, which happens to show planned shrinkage, removing of services from the north side of Flint to encourage people to move away. Lack of policing, lack of ambulance service, lack of trash, lack of maintenance, say roads, sidewalks, sewers. Huh. Maurice has been showing you guys this. And it's only been in the last 2 years that his podcast is picked up again. For the most part, people were ignoring him. Why? Because he is a council member that went and talked with Trump. Who else was he supposed to go to get help? He couldn't go to the governor. The governor was best friends with the people that dropped the RICO charges, that killed a RICO investigation on Snyder. The same governor, is the one running around the country right now trying to boost herself up for a presidential election, saying the water in Flint is fixed. But everyone had a problem with Maurice asking the then president for help, for emergency funds and services. Hey.
And he still ain't do nothing. But that's what they could use.
Yeah, he still ain't do nothing, but my hands are clean of it. Like, you know what? If you're so wrapped up in shit that you're too proud to ask the opposition for help, I ain't got nothing for you.
Well, I'm looking. Well, Winters, my bad. I was only bringing up what we seen. I get it. You saying spinning too, but all we talked about was really the fourth ward. I know I got the fifth ward out the way. We haven't heard who running for the sixth ward, seventh. Well, we know who running in the seventh, in the eighth and ninth. That could be all true, what you're saying about how they're going to put them up in there. You got lucky when you got Jonathan in there in the ninth ward. People keep forgetting. How was when who was there before Eva? Scott Kincaid. How was he toward the Regencies when it was called the Regencies at that time? The people that was over there on that side. When Jonathan got in there, you had somebody who would try to reach out to both sides. So you know what I'm saying. You and look, and Eva Worthing was a Democrat.
Remember Eva Worthing's reaction to Jonathan winning? She said he only campaigned around the Regencies, and those people only those people voted for him. Number one, those people. Number two, okay, that is A population center, and B, probably some of the people who needed the most help in the ninth ward. Shouldn't they have a voice? And if they're having problems where they need some fucking help, shouldn't that be the first place you go to when you're running for an office? The people who need the most help, so you can try to get an idea of, oh, well, this area needs help. Let me go ahead and formulate my plan of action while in office toward that. But hey, far be it from me. She's the one that won an election, not me. So,
no, what I'm saying, Winters, I get everything that you're saying, but what I'm saying is, you had your one true person in the ninth ward that would work with you. That was Jonathan. I mean, he worked with both sides. Just think about it. Miss Gladys was on his head. Just think about it. You had somebody that would work with both sides. I just think we at the stage now where the way you finna see the fighting going on in the first ward, the second ward, and you know they don't want Miss Biggs in that third ward. That's why they're allowing Leon to do what he want to do. I mean, to me, you have to look at the system. Once again, the system is allowing this to go on. We can say who we want. They gonna get, in my humble opinion, the system you might get 2 or 3 people. The system might say, okay, we got to let them in, but we're gonna have the majority block. We got to be honest with it. Look at Davina. We keep overlooking the clerk office. The clerk office going back to probably before Inez Brown. Been letting people then live in Flint doing votes for Flint. That's nothing new. But when you hear stuff about, probably because they want the Regencies out of here, Michelle Merritt, that's probably when you heard a person like Eva Worthing said, oh, he went to the Regencies. What does she have about, if he did go get some votes from the Regency? And I doubt if the Regencies even voted like that. What was she so mad? And this is a Democrat. This is the point I'm trying to make. Like we saying, it's the Democrat Party that's going to that's putting support behind the state rep. They don't care. They don't care. Let's be honest what was really going on. We can keep saying, "Oh, we got to look who they putting in," but who is dumb as putting it in? When you got the judges, I just said earlier, look how the PPO game got exposed. Leon could go get one, and yet allegedly, with some facts to it, this brother didn't have people houses where he had. I'm say allegedly doing surveillance, taking pictures of people houses. I mean, has anybody? And I get it, how it got put out there, but has anybody paid attention to all this stuff that's going on and they just letting it sweep up under the rug? Just think about St. Mark's. All the evidence that they had, that look how that individual he was able to be out. Look how the pastor, what he was going through. Man. Able to show up to his house, show up to the church. I mean, are you serious? And then what? The police ain't nothing went down, but yet when Jed, Kevin Tay, they did press conferences on them. But you know what we was hearing? Oh, well, you can't go to nobody's house. ENA board. Oh, you know what? The charter don't mean nothing. Then yet you have some of these same people utter their mouth talk about what the president doing. Yet, same people, some of them people was going back when you couldn't go past Hamilton Street. They let Dougie Doug come right in their mailbox. Then nothing happened. But you know who they was, and I'm not telling you what I didn't hear. I'm telling you what was said. Oh, if this person would have came to my house. This how they is. This is the people that you're dealing with. Look at your school board. Clack on here. Clack right up on here. I don't know how none of these people can actually, and thank you, Donnell. If I just won't got to leave and sit up there with just on Arnez and Davina. So this is a learned behavior what's been going on. But we sitting up here, and do people honestly realize that they going to get, the city going to do its business. They going to do their business. I don't care who get in there. And like y'all said, oh, can they be changed? Oh, these people going to turn. Seriously? He got the clerk office. Nothing happened to LaShawn. We get mad. We'll say with David Layton. Now, if I was a criminal, I would be mad that y'all can prosecute me. But then when you get these people up here in these political spots, they can do stuff. They don't get prosecuted. They pick and choose which ones they want to prosecute. Come on, they let a governor get off.
No.
Poison a whole city.
Man, it's a legit question. So hear me out before you pass judgment. Is it really some of these people would turn? Or is it that many of them may already be dirty and they just want the dirt to go somewhere else? I think that's something that a lot of people have been overlooking. We get so caught up in good for, bad for. Mind you, my political beliefs, especially in the city of Flint, happen to align with for people more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that they're necessarily clean. I'm not saying they're dirty neither. I'm just saying it's a thought worth consideration. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Chris, only thing I can tell you is you got to actually, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to tell you, but I know this. That was some BS. It's some BS.
I don't think you need to put a building before city council to put up a building. I think it just has to go in front of the planning commission, which is a different part of city hall.
But you know what?
Unless you need zoning redone, then it goes in front of city council.
You true on that, Maria. We won't know until they get in. But look at all the ones that keep getting in. It always seems that it's always a 5 or 6 votes. Like I said, LaShawn, if everything was played fair, we wouldn't have LaShawn in that seat.
She wouldn't be anywhere close to that seat, but she got all that free publicity from the mayor. The mayor acting like that ambassador is an actual position, which is something that he just made up. Hell, go to our highlights of 2025 video. There's Mickey asking Joe King, is a ward ambassador a thing? No. Well, then why is the mayor toting it around like it is?
But because they've been breaking, all of them been breaking the rules. That's the point I'm making. They've been breaking the rules. They've been breaking the rules. But you know what, Miss Tia? Look how many people accepted it. That's the problem.
Still, my personal opinion that white liberal women are some of the most racist, hypocritical people on the planet. Nah, I'll stick with that until I fucking die. Because it isn't the type of racism that a lot of people come to expect. It isn't like the Deep South. No, it's the racism of lowered expectations. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You're black. Okay. And that's exactly how Eva used to act.
No, they just show you how it is. That's just like, but see, you really couldn't. Just look at the beef it was. And like I said, I'll just bring it up. Just look at the beef. Judy couldn't stay in the grocery store. Nope. Judy didn't even want St. Mark's to get none. Nope. Look how Judy talk about the North Side with y'all wards. I mean, she act like it's not the whole city of Flint. I'm just saying.
Remember, Judy was advocating to get rid of the water pods.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Water didn't affect me. Well, okay, so you're just going to vote on things that affected you then? Who the fuck are you representing? Sure, Chris. And once again, I'm going to ask you, can we stop with the name calling? Friend?
See, Keisha, the KD said what she said. Turning ain't so much the problem. The question is, are they going to let the people starve while they're getting rich?
That's the right question. It's all on the type of corruption. Like, hey, if I'm going to let things pass through, okay, I'm going to be a strainer. I'm going to catch some for myself. As long as things get to the residents, then you know what? You can't stop all corruption. Period. End of story. People want to talk about it as much as they want to talk about it, but you just can't. So as long as the people getting taken care of, I don't think I have too much of a problem of it. Everyone's going to wet their beak. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
just don't take up everything for yourself.
I just look at it like this, and then and I'm saying, I'm gonna look at it like this. We can sit up here, but look at Jordan Sheraton's book. When they sit up there, when he said, when them activists, when your council people, when they get in with these people and they see this money, they can't handle it. Like, just look at it. You had people who didn't have no cars, and all of a sudden they got these jobs. They started getting new cars.
Brand new, off the lot, 0 miles.
Yeah, it ain't nothing new. It got so good to them, they was bragging about it.
And remember, one of the more recent meetings, I believe it was Ms. Jones goes up there, talks about getting money for her food distribution centers, whatever they may be called. And it was brought up, ARPA funds cannot be used for any people other than the people of the city they're assigned to. Okay. Liddell turns around and says, St. Mark's had said that they feed anyone as long as they come up. So I'm okay with spending this money here, even if it goes out of town. What? You're openly advocating for breaking the law on public record. How brazen are you?
But you got to understand, though, when you're looking at it like that, she was mad at the Pastor Thompson. She cussed him out when he came on the show, called him up. So that let you know she had it. She said, she knew him because she had his number, was able to call him. Then she cut up with him at the public library. Then she cussed Maurice out at the school. Then at the State of the Union, she was talking slick until Maurice, she found out he had that. I mean, not State of the Union, the State of the City, when he had his camera on. But see, everybody, but I'm telling you, people is all right with it.
They're perfectly fine. Either they find entertainment out of it, or they happen to agree with her. One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, they was all right with it. You know, I looked at it. I was like, damn, they was all. Like I said,
It was cheering her on.
it was no big issue. Yeah, it was no big issue. But once again, we got to go to Neely voting base. Who is his voting base? They pushing this through what he doing. That's why you can see a police swing on people up there. Nothing happened. I never seen this where this stuff can go down there. Even with us getting put out. Getting put out. But like I said, it's still more to that. It might dawn on me later on tonight. I might bring it up. Who knows? But like I'm gonna still go back with it with all these races. True enough, we don't know who the mayor gonna be having, but it's funny to see that Liddell is trying to load her people up. And I'm just trying to figure out, do she feel she got control of the clerk office? Where she can put pressure on? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, it's a big clusterfuck. Down to the news. They don't want to report none of the real stuff that's going on. But let's see if they're going to report on her. Is they going to keep putting her in a good light? Let's see if she talk about the news media now. Is she going to be running and doing more press conferences? And I just want to see, is the news gonna make them have to do do some can't think of the damn name. Throw some forums for the residents can come out and see them, and just not for select residents to come out and see them. And is he gonna finally start coming into the black area, or is he gonna just be picking and choosing what wards he go into? Is it gonna be more? You gotta write it on a piece of paper and turn it in.
Neely is going to only go out to where he can catch money. By money, I mean political donations. That's just a fact. Let me look this up.
Oh, Clark, I know you will go through it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no problem going through it. But the question is, can you get the state rep to come and do it? Or are they going to let her just glide through again? The Democratic Party is like, are we serious? Like, she going to constantly keep doing this? The mayor, like I said, he didn't even have one with Dr. Weaver. But when he was running the first time, they couldn't wait to have debates where he can get the questions from Channel, allegedly. That's what I'm. But we know how this media game go. All you gotta do is go look how Roland Martin, how they threw his ass up under the bus when he was trying to get Hillary Clinton the questions, him and Donna Brazile. So we already know, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to do favors. I'm just being honest. Y'all think y'all gonna have some podcasts if they getting funded? If they getting funded from the people, they can't come out here and really talk. They gotta go with the program. So I'm gonna try to see. You know what, Clack, man, I might have to, because already 2 people done turned me down, but I got more that's with it to try to throw a forum where we can get everybody involved in it, you know. I'm gonna do like everybody else. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna put it in God's hands and we can make this pop. You know what I'm saying? Got any last words, Trevor?
No, I'm sitting here doing some math, man. Look, I don't know. We'll see how things shake out. We'll see what comes out, because, as you said, people are always holding on to old secrets to try to unleash on their opponents later, or former friends later. Which, I mean, what can you do, right?
It's coming.
What can you do? So yeah. We'll see all the dirt come out on these folks here in the next few months, and we'll see who's really good for Flint and who's in it for themselves and who holds this and who holds that, who's cheating on their wife and who hasn't registered their car. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be someone talking about an unpaid parking ticket from 1996.
You know it. They finna come out with some of the worst stuff in America. They're going to try to come out exposed. I mean, I'm going to call it exposed season. If you did anything, they're going to come out and do this, but they're going to keep it. They're going to keep it a secret. They're going to keep it a secret until they feel like you might take their limelight. But I call them suckers anyway. Because if you held on for something for damn near 4 or 5 years into this person, just like with Trump being racist, they've been holding on. This ain't the first time it came up, Miss Tia. They was talking about when he was fired his rental was it the apartments, rental properties that he had, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll have it for you probably on, because me and Brother Elliot will be on tonight for Black Watch. So you'll probably get it. And we're going to hit you with some more stuff. I'm just saying, these are the things that we're going through. So do I think we're going to get people to go in there and sell out? Yes. Yes, because they already know what they want. People love getting them crab boils. People love going out of town. You know what I'm saying? They love, you can't do that. People love having a thing, oh, I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying? They love them titles where you can get this and that, but you still got to come back to a community that's messed up. You might have made it out of it, but everybody else ain't out of it. You know what I'm saying? All the millionaires we got, we can't put nothing together and fix it. I mean, it is what it is. They can keep being mad, pointing out Trump racism, but point out the racism that's in your own town, your own city, in your own state. That's all I'm saying. Point it out then. Don't just point it out when it's convenient. Just like when the mayor got mad when he couldn't get that District 8 seat. When he threw on his kente cloth for a second. I'm just saying, don't call it out when you find out, because it was never gone. It was always there. That's all I'm saying. And we out, family. Peace. I don't know, Miss Lenore. I don't know what happened to her. But I see y'all at 5, and then it's a triple day today, you know. I see y'all later on. Peace.